Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first Third Age hot seat that I've ever done, so it probably means that I'm going to get my ass kicked. Anyway, I'll introduce you to the rest of the players and tell you what the scenario is based around. First of all, we've got the Dwarves, done by Arrow to the Knee. We've got the Free Peoples, played by Chieftain Kamazma, or whatever the hell, sorry dude. I suck at pronouncing shit. The High Elves, played by myself. Orcs of the Misty Mountains, played by Admiral Thorn, and we've got Orcs of Gundabad, played by Ulrichwell, who I've played a hot seat with before, actually. So yeah, the situation is pretty much this. We can't go out between these lines. The Misty Mountains is literally the borders, no factions under it here, and we can't cross this river here. So generally, this entire area around here with the Free Peoples and the Orcs of Gundabad and Misty Mountains is the scenario that we're playing. And there's only 5 players, so hopefully this hot seat should go along with some degree of speed. At least that's the initial plan. Now, I've got some messages from my allies already. Now, for the record, this is a good versus evil, so the good factions can't attack each other, and the evil factions can't attack each other. So we're just trying to kill each other. One of the rules as well, if the Free Peoples of Thingy die, then we lose. So we have to keep them alive and stay alive, pretty much. If all of the orcs die, then the good factions win. So, Dwarves want a settlement east of my kingdom. I don't have any settlements east of there. No. I could like the income, thanks, and I need those as well. You're just going to have to fucking... There's plenty of settlements that he can take. He just has to go in this general direction. My mouse is all over the place. But he has to go in this general direction, along the coast here, and then take those. That's where the Dwarves' locations is. So I'm not giving him my locations. That's not happening. Go to hell. Anyway, I got a message from this guy as well. Who's playing Free Peoples? Chieftain, yeah. I'm new to hot seating, right. I'm new to Third Age hot seating. I've done quite a lot of other hot seats though. Still rather young blood, middle blood area, but still. High Elves start the capital. You may want to switch the capital in order to get more income, but it may not be worth it for this turn. You can trust I'll lose, yeah. In other words, I'll probably definitely 100% lose this area to the Orcs, because there's pretty much no way for me to defend it properly. Taking into mind that there's no forts in Third Age, so it's not exactly the same as any Westeros hot seats that I'm in, where I can just fort off the location and hold off. But I'll try to hold that capital for as long as I can in order to hold off the Orcs' advance. If you've never played High Elves, I think is a good commander. Yeah, if he's saying if I can save my king, retreat to his lands in the west immediately, and he hopes for reinforcements swiftly from my very western lands. Okay, yeah. We'll reply to both of these guys quickly. Okay, guys, I'm new to Third Age hot seats, done a fair few other hot seats. I'll see what I can do to hold the Orcs at bay for a while, but as you said, I don't think I'll be able to hold the locations for long without being overrun. I'll send forces from the west ASAP to assist. Send. I won't bother saying to the Dwarves, because I'm just not going to give it to them. There's no point in me messaging them for that. Anyway, guys, that's about all for this turn. I'll do all of my recruiting and building off camera, because it's rather boring. If it's relevant, or if there's any important buildings, I'll leave it in. But otherwise, I'll probably just edit it out and stick to the action and the awesomeness, as it were. So yeah, guys, we'll go to the next turn and see what happens. How long we can hold this capital for and keep the Orcs at bay, as it were. Hey, guys, we're on turn 2. Okay, put you up to speed with what's happened. Not much, really. The first few turns of a hot seat are kind of slow, and you don't get into the action until you start going. But anyway, I have moved the king to the left side of the capital because I know for a fact that the Orcs are going to attack, and they have far superior numbers than I do. The shadow of the Orcs is... I don't know. I can't quote from Lord of the Rings. I haven't read the books. I've only watched the fucking movies a few times. Anyway... in anticipation for the Orcs advancing, we've moved the king to hide in the forest just west. So he can either attack the Orcs if it's a small enough band, or retreat to the lands of Arnor and Bree and lead his forces in the west to eventually retake the capital if it's lost. We will, of course, try to hold back the Orcs as much as possible. But that may not be... That may not be possible in the long term, because they do start off with quite the large force. We are recruiting as many troops as we can, and is getting as much cash as we can for this turn as well. I'll polish it all off and build some more stuff off camera. But anyway, guys, that's about all for now. I built some scouts because they are very useful in Third Age because you don't have any forts, so you rely on the scouts a lot more, I'd imagine, to know where your enemy are at all times and whatnot. Anyway, guys, that's about all for now. We are going to quickly send a message to... There you go, just sending the message to them. My forces will move east towards your lands in around 2 turns. My capital will no doubt be lost to the orcs, but I will attempt to hold it and delay the orcs as much as I can before pulling back. Sending them there. I'm also going to build a diplomat, as I am going to send a diplomat to the dwarves and get trade rights as well. Anyway, guys, we'll go to the next turn and get to the action as soon as possible. Hey guys, just a quick turn here. Nothing's happened really, just sending some messages to my allies. The dwarves have requested that I send a diplomat up to their location, so I sent them this. The diplomat is on the way to offer trade, but I'm not giving you my land, my friend. I myself have a single location to take. My forces will soon move to offer assistance to whatever the fuck the Free Peoples. My capital will soon fall to the orcs in the future, but I still attempt to hold them back and buy some time. I've also got a message from the Free Peoples. Okay, great, by the way, the High Elves do not have much territory to expand to, especially since the dwarves are taking Lunelife, I heard. There is, however, a little town to the south of your lands, which I will go take on my way to offer assistance to them. And he has sighted the Orcs of Gundabad's faction leader. He's standing just north of his capital with 11 units. Now, I counted up what's happening over my base over here, and I can muster around 15 units in the next turn, and it will obviously take about a turn to move them all. So we're going to have almost a full stack heading down here, and by the time we head back to Bree, after we've taken the location, to offer assistance to the Free People, we'll have even more troops. Especially if and when my High King manages to escape from this and heads to the Westlands, because the reason we're keeping him out of here, while it is a risk, because we could get attacked from the northern areas, or from the south, or get sort of cut off from the town, is if they come from the mountains, and that's what I'm sort of anticipating them attacking from the mountains, this location here, or this entrance way up here. If they lay siege to the thing, see it's undefended, lay siege to it, then I can either swoop in and attack them if I have the forces to do so, or I can run and keep my king alive, who is a really decent commander. Anyway, guys, we'll go to the next turn and see what happens. Hey guys, welcome to turn 4. Fuck all's happening, really, but the orcs should be coming soon, and I needed a bit of income, so what I've done is destroyed some of my military buildings in here, seeing as we couldn't recruit anything anyway, so they were completely useless. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to defend the capital, depending on what the orcs throw at me later on in a few turns. So yeah, I'd rather have the income and see what happens. But yeah, the king will either rush to the aid of the capital or run like a bitch to Bree and join up with my forces that I'm moving from over here, which all these guys are joining up with the ships and everything. So yeah, that's pretty much all for now. We'll move on to the next turn and see how long we can hold the capital. Okay guys, welcome to turn 5. I've rallied all my troops via ship, and they are ready to go on the move. We're going to head in this direction, go all the way down here, and take this settlement, which should take around 4, 5 turns maybe to get all the way down there. For now, he's just sort of hiding in the forest. Anyway, over at Riverdane, or River Rail, whatever the hell it's called. I don't know. My lack of Lord of the Rings knowledge. I thought we would have been under attack by now, but the king remains vigilant, waiting for the orcs to show their face. If they come, we will be ready. Unless, of course, they've got a giant army, in which case we will not be ready. I can only assume they're buying their time. If I could attack them, but it would be suicide, pretty much. They jump from any direction, because Goblin Town is right there, and it's bound to be heavily defended. Anyway, guys, that is pretty much all for now. We'll go to the next turn. Yeah, we'll go to the next turn. I'll let that dog out, and we'll see what happens. Well, guys, welcome to turn 6. The worst has happened. Kudos to the orcs. Fucking excellent little sneaky little move that they did. They sent in a spy and sneakily opened the gates of the city so they could pretty much siege it and take it immediately. So this removed my plan of what the original idea was, that he'd come in with a siege, lay siege, and then in my turn right now I would have been able to attack him, his sieging army. But because he used the spy to get into the city, there is no sieging army, and he's already taken the city. So there was the risky move that I could have done, which is they siege to the city. but I have no idea. He might have forces around here. He might have forces around here. There's no way of me knowing. Obviously, I don't have any spies nearby, so I can't pull the same move that he did. I could have laid siege to it, and he might not have had any forces nearby, and I'm sure he'll probably tell me afterwards when this hot seat's over that I could have probably gotten away with it. But I'm not willing to risk the life of my king in what could be a 50-50 shot at killing him. So, you know. It was either lay siege and hope that he doesn't have any forces nearby, or pretty much head for Bree, is what the Free Peoples have said to me right here. Alright, think Majig has fallen, so I'm guessing you'll be enjoying the hospitality of the men of Bree. Good luck with Thingy. The Orcs of Gundabad seem to be giving him time to repair his troops, so he's fine for now. However, I don't really know what to do. If I choose to go after the Orcs of Gundabad, Orcs of the Misty Mountains might side attack me, same otherwise. The Dwarf will reinforce the north. For now, I'll stick around my capital, slowly expanding my empire with smaller contingent. Yeah. The idea is, because I've got my other army over here, which will arrive at my location that I'm going to take, which is this Urban-born place, in 4 turns. So that will be ours and give us a nice boost to income. But at that point, I think I can deal with fight the Orcs of the Misty Mountains for him, if not with a little bit of assistance, while him and the Orcs fight the Orcs of the Gundabad and whatnot. But yeah, my king can't move any further from this. I've kept him under guard. So if the Orcs of the Misty Mountains do come out of that the capital thing there that I had, and come to attack me and get ambushed, I can kill them in the ambush quite easily, assuming they don't have nearby forces, and then I can go take the city as well, which is still has its basic risks that we can't see if he has any military forces backing him up. He could, in which case we'd be fucked. Which is the smart move. I think the safe and smart move is to head for Bree, and that's pretty much what we're going to be doing. He's about to take that in the next turn, and that's about it really. We'll take that place in the next turn, continue to build up our forces. The good news is, now that this place over here is our capital, we haven't got a negative to income, because that other place was like miles away from these locations. So we're not going to debt anymore because of this new capital that we have under our control. Now, Fraps is lagging for some reason, so we'll end this here. That's pretty much all for now. Last thing I want to mention, if we can actually click on it with Fraps lagging as it is. As I showed you guys in the previous part, before I ended the turn, I sent the Orcs of the Misty Mountains a letter saying, "You so ugly." And he said, "At least I don't look like a girl," which I thought was quite funny. Anyway, guys, that is all for now. Fraps is lagging like a bitch for some reason, so we'll end it here. Go to the next turn, see what happens. Hey guys, welcome to turn 7. Not much going on really. Just moving the High King slowly through the forests and nice and hidden from the Orcs. I've doubled backed and checked out he's recruited more stuff, so there's no way we're going to get to that anytime now. We might have been able to siege it last time, but this is too big of a risk, and I don't want to lose my best general that I have. I'd rather have him over here assisting against everyone else with the bigger battles to come. Sending our spy, over here to do that. Gandalf is taking this location here. We're heading for this one, and we'll be there in 3 turns. That's all about for now. We're not really building anything else. I'm going to sort of keep my cash for a little bit. The diplomat I'm going to send to Bree, I suppose.
Without
just to see what he's got there.
As you wish.
And hopefully we can eventually get into some combat, because there's not much going on right now. Anyway, we'll go to the next turn. Hey guys, turn 8. Let's do this fast, because we
orders, my lord.
Kind of a bit late doing this, I think. I think like an hour is over what I'm supposed to be doing for it, but anyway, we'll see.
Approaching quietly.
Keep an eye on these guys.
Approaching quietly. Yes, my lord.
Yes.
That might be worth taking.
As you command, we shall
I have to
prevail.
siege or anything. We've lost 100 or so guys. It's not
glory, honor, victory.
But we can sack the populace,
my lord,
which isn't too bad.
Our courage and honor have conquered.
What we'll do is grab these dudes.
My lord.
Orders.
Hide in the West Forest. Stick this on growth. That's all for now. I don't really think we can do much else, to be honest.
Yes, my lord.
It's just a matter of getting my king and meeting up with the rest of these guys, and they'll be at this location in 2 turns.
My lord.
There's nothing much that we can do up here. That's all for now, guys. We'll go to the next turn and continue to see what the hell happens. We haven't yet to actually bump into any real combat. Hey guys, welcome to turn 9. Almost said 6 there for a second, my bad. Not much has happened, just moved Elf closer to these guys. We'll join up with Gandalf around here, in theory. And this army is one turn away from here. That's about all, really. We're getting some map information from the Free Peoples, and yeah, nothing else really. So we'll go to the next turn, see what happens. Hey guys, turn 10. Got a message from the Free Peoples. How you doing? We'll reply to him. Dog, I will go over there and kick your ass. Live on air. Yep, you heard me. Stupid animal. Anyway, we'll send a message to him. Give him a heads up where my troops are. Okay guys, I moved Elrond towards Gandalf and his forces. A small group to stand off against the orcs. Pretty much I've moved Elrond to join up with Gandalf over here because we've got pretty much like half a stack or so of orc forces. So yeah, my other forces are all the way over here. I can't click on the map because it's like glitched for some reason, but if we go over here, my other guys are laying siege to this. They'll take that in the next turn and they'll continue to head all the way over here. They'll join up with Elrond, or Elrond will go with Gandalf, or maybe stand off against the orcs if he thinks we can do it, but I'm pretty sure that our forces aren't decent enough, so he might have to pull back and join up with some of the Free Peoples in order to face the orcs, and Elrond will stick with them. And the rest of my forces will come over to join up with them around Bree. I'm not entirely sure right now. We may lose that location up there. Like I said, all of our forces are over, like, in the east, so... west? East? That's completely wrong. Over in the west. Until they get to us, we can't really defend ourselves too well. So yeah, guys, that's all for now. We'll go to the next turn, send this to him, and that's all for now. Hey guys, turn 11. We got a message from the Free Peoples. Gandalf doesn't seem capable of winning the Siege of Farbad on his own, so I've sent Elrond to go help him out. Yeah, he'll reinforce Gandalf gradually. He's going to have to do that pretty fast because the orcs are going to show up. Aragorn is somewhat north of our current position around Irminsul, depending on how all the orcs of Gundabad armies are doing. They're currently running from him, apparently. We could launch a combined assault on the orcs in the Misty Mountains, but like I said, as he mentioned here, my forces are going to take quite a few turns to get to our current location. So yeah, Elrond is helping Gandalf with the siege, and meanwhile my troops over here have taken this town, sacked it, got some bit of gold and cash. I left one troop in there, and the public order's fine, and we're building trade routes to get some more money. But these guys are going to take fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turns to get to Farbad, which is a bit of a disappointment, but there's not much we can do about that. So hopefully he'll send some forces over to assist and make Gandalf's army a little bit bigger. The orcs of the Misty Mountains don't have a large army just yet. They have pretty much a full stack. They have 11 units, and Gandalf has
I would fight
that
for
many,
your
and
people
then
as if they were
my many. So we sort of have an evenly matched army, but Gandalf's army is mainly fucking
is an
generals
honor,
and
noble
hobbits.
ally.
So yeah, the orcs could attack, but they could bide their time and increase their armies. So we'll either get attacked. I'm hoping that the far as they can get is around this area here. They can't reach us, hopefully. But they might attack the next turn, or they might decide to buy some time and build their armies up a little bit. Hopefully they'll choose option number 2 and give us as much time as possible for him to get some forces over from Bree to fucking garrison Gandalf's army. Because this is going to be the front of the war, pretty much, with the Misty Mountain Orcs. Not to mention they've got this place over here still, my old capital, still under their control. But yeah, that's all for now. We'll go to the next turn, see what happens. Hey guys, welcome to turn 12. Yeah, the Free Peoples have bugged out of Farbad. He figured that their forces are better off alive and fully, you know, in best condition that they can be to fight the orcs later on. So he's pulled out and left me here. So what we're going to do is pull out as well. And the best thing to do is hide Elrond in the forest here, so he's nice and safe. Obviously the orcs are probably going to lay siege to this. There's not much we can do about that. But he is right, our forces were probably better off pulling back and grouping up with more powerful stacks and then joining up later. So, currently, we've just got him here. We'll move him a little bit safer around this area and then join up with Elrond around Bree, or around this general area. Around Hobbiton, actually, I imagine that is the general area. Move my spy forward to keep an eye on things. But yeah, guys, that's about all for now, really. We'll do any recruitment or building that's necessary off camera. That's pretty much all we're doing for now. Hopefully the dwarves are keeping the orcs of Gundabad busy while we're going to move and deal with this. But what we'll do, bring my diplomat down the Farbad just to keep an eye on it. He'll lose quite a bit of troops taking it if he decides to go that way. But he's either going to go north to take there or towards Farbad. So we'll just have to wait and see. He is actually not even in range to take it this turn. So, yeah. It would have taken 2 turns for it to surrender, though, if I maintained the siege. So, yeah, I don't know. I think he made the right decision, definitely, because it saves the troop numbers, and he can go off and hopefully get more troops and come back and help out, but we'll see. Anyway, we'll go to the next turn and see what his moves are. Hey guys, turn 13. Not much going on, really. Just grouping up my forces. They should be
Yes, my lord.
join up with each other on the next turn, and then we can head towards the rest of them. The orcs are fucking off in the complete opposite direction, but they haven't taken Farbad, so depending on where they go, we might actually just be able to sneak around, take all their shit, and attack them before they can even get to me. Or what we'll do is join up with the Free Peoples, who, according to his message, is currently laying siege to Arnsor with a full stack. So, yes, we'll see. We'll either attack the orcs directly, or the better idea might be to team up with the Free Peoples and stick with them. That might definitely be the better tactic. So guys, that's all for now. I'll do any buildings and stuff off camera as usual. We'll go to the next turn, and hopefully we can get into some actual combat, because right now we haven't really been doing much. Hey guys, welcome to turn 14. My forces are about to join up, well they will in the next turn. They literally run out of movement points the second they met each other. So yeah, in the next turn we'll have almost a full stack. I think about fucking, I don't know, you got there, but we've also got these guys that are going to retrain themselves, so it might be 3 or so units short, give or take. But yeah, the orcs in the Misty Mountains of going up here. The Free Peoples have taken the little fucking outpost place, Arnsor, whatever the hell it's called. But they'll probably clash in the next turn. The orcs sent me a nice little message. Running away. Well, suit yourself. I sent them a message. Where is it? Running away? Sure, you keep thinking that. I'm actually regrouping with my armies, and then we're going to join up with the Free Peoples and fuck them up. If the Free Peoples beat that army, what we've agreed to do is to automatically march directly from his iron to here, I think. And then to Moria, and take Moria. Because I think the plan is once his main army here is like crushed, that we'll be able to push forward really fast and take some of his land, in theory. If that happens. Who knows, if Free People might lose, and then we'd just be really screwed. Anyway guys, that's all for now. We'll go to the next turn, see what happens. Hey guys, turn 15. I've moved Elrond and his forces together, so he's got almost a full stack now around here. We've got a full stack of orcs, or at least almost a full stack, 19 units. The Free Peoples have a full stack here, as well as some more forces in Bree itself and around the general area, so they should be able to defend themselves, but what we're going to do is swing around and join up with them. I think he's got Aragon and like a half a stack around here somewhere, so he might move to take this in the next turn because the orcs are currently out of range of them, and I've told him about that, so I'm not entirely sure, but we'll keep an eye over there. Keep it a spy over there so I can keep an eye on it. I was going to go for Farbad, but he just headed my general direction, and I don't have the forces I think are necessary to kill him. Although Elrond is an incredibly badass general at the moment, so a 9-star commander, that's pretty sweet. Compared to him, Elrond's got the advantage in that. Commanders can be quite significant in all it resolves, but he does have more forces, so you never know. Anyway, we'll go to the next turn and see what the Orcs' next move is. Really, we're sort of like bordering on each other, waiting for one of us to attack. I think we're trying to stick with the defensive. We want him to come to us because we'll have the advantage, and I think he's doing the same, waiting for us to attack him rather than anything else. So it's sort of like a 50-50 stalemate, who's going to attack first kind of thing at the moment. Seems to happen quite a lot in Hot Seats. So yeah, we'll go to the next turn and see what happens. Hey guys, welcome to turn 16. We have a little bit of a predicament here. I'm not entirely sure where to move exactly. We could continue to go to Bree and join up with the Free Peoples, although he's buggered off over towards here because there's an Orcs of Gundabad coming to that direction. Or we could go towards Farbad, but that would take us 3 turns to reach it, and he'll take it before we get there. The only thing I'm thinking that after he's taken Farbad, he could probably go down here and head towards this. So my forces might be a bit better off. I don't know, it would depend greatly because Over here we've got him, and he's obviously heading in this direction, but he could also head in this direction once he realizes that some of the enemy forces are gone. I don't know. So you're in the same predicament either way, because he's going to take Farbad. It's going to take us 2 turns after that turn, so 3 turns total to get to Farbad, and it's going. So he's going to take that before we can get to it. Although I know from experience that those troops might not be enough to actually take Farbad, believe it or not. And he's split off this force over here, so he must be heading somewhere in this direction, or he'll, like I said, he'll realise that there's no forces over there and go attack him. So we can either head for Bree, or we can defend this place, anticipating them coming to take this, which is undefended. Because he hasn't specified exactly where he wants us to join up. Yes, I will. You to team up fast now, but you're on time. And then it says about, yeah, the orcs have done the bad heading for Fornos, blah 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 blah. The dwarven armies at small can defeat them, but since I have to send some men up north, I have less men here. Rhodes is heading for Farbad, but you can see for yourself with those spies around. I could not take Hallwell. He's got 3 slugs hiding in the woods. Okay. And he says he's got more commanders than I do. Kidding aside, Aragorn is a night fighter. Yeah, that's something that brought to my attention as well. Even though they're like this good of commanders, none of them have the fucking night fighter traits, which means they can't fight at night, which they can cut up my forces, which kind of sucks. So we've got a choice. We can either head to defend Bree, if they come that way, or we can head to defend this area down here. It is a rather tricky situation, because like I said, once he's taken Farbad, he can go this way and attack this, which is what I do, because obviously it's undefended. The downside being that he split up his forces, and that this army is the bigger threat to Bree, Saddle, whatever the hell you want to call it, being more important. And I'm not entirely sure how many fucking troops that he has defending Bree, to be perfectly honest. If we go over here, see, there aren't particularly many force troops around, really. It's fuck it, what we'll do, we'll head up to Staddle, and worst case scenario we have to double back and see what we can do to help them out and fuck them up. We'll head over here, because like I said, that's more important than the target for the half a stack or so. And once he realises that that's empty, he will no doubt send them that way. If he goes down here and starts raiding the coasts, there's not going to be too much that we can fucking do. Unless he has some troops nearby, which no, he doesn't. So if he doubles back, what we'll do is we'll keep a spy tracking him. This guy can just keep up with him. This is going to take him quite... We might not even be able to take Farbad. Like I said, it's a fucking predicament. It could go horribly wrong. Like everything that I ever do, it could go horribly, horribly wrong. So guys, that's all for now anyway. We'll go to the next turn, and it'd be quite interesting to see what his moves are exactly. Like I said, his forces may not be enough to actually take it, but it probably will be. But this is a more prime of a target for him. And like I said, the Free Peoples have sent forces into the north, so he kind of might need me over here to defend. I don't want to disappoint, so yes. Anyway, we'll go to the next turn, see what happens. Hey guys, turn 17. Not much happening, as usual. This is probably one of the least active hot seats ever. It's just waiting for either side to attack each other. From what I hear from the Free Peoples, the orcs are heading towards this area here. He's got all of his forces coming down there, and the dwarves are apparently helping out. We've got Elrond here, 1 turn in range of Saddle, and 1 turn, or at least so many turns in range of this. Because we're 2 turns away from this, just out of range to stop it, what we're going to do is pretty much rally all of my spies and make sure that we have eyes on this general area constantly so that we know precisely what the hell's going on at all times. Just so that we can, if they're going to attack this place over here, we can see and move into these forests here and then strike at the right time and stop them from taking it. The reason we're keeping him here instead of going over here is because if he was over here, then he's just not going to attack that, and he's going to realise that he can probably just come over here and kill it. Because right now he doesn't know where my forces are. But I don't see any point in keeping Elrond right next to the Free People's Town. I don't see any point in that whatsoever. Because I may as well keep them in range of both, or at least theoretically in range of both, almost in range of both. Elrond is really lazy, he can't reach them both. But I think this is a better way. I mean, as well, we'll keep a spy in the general area so we can keep an eye on where the orcs are coming. So if they come towards us, which I don't have enough forces to do, they've buggered off with most of their forces over here towards Orwell. But yeah, what we'll do, if they come towards us, we'll kill them. It's really just defending the lands at the moment. The orcs were fucking... had the nerve to bloody well suggest that I've been doing nothing, I suppose. They said, ask me where my fucking forces are. Defending his lands, that's where. It's not my fault the orcs have been too much pussies to attack. Anyway, but yeah, any direct help that I could give the Free Peoples is kind of limited by the fact that none of the fucking elves have the Night Fighter trait. So if we got into any big battles, the orcs could just attack at night, kill the Free Peoples, and then kill me, which is kind of fucking a giant flaw in the fucking game, really. But there you go. Anyway, we'll go to the next turn, and hopefully we'll get to see some action eventually, because the orcs are taking their sweet fucking time in attacking.